And welcome back to more Gravity Rush Remastered. Last time, we completed a series of errands for a scientist named Adro, so this time, we're back at Cat's house to take a breather. I was exhausted. Helping Adro with all of those odd jobs and fighting hordes of Nevi must have taken it out of me. Maybe the stress of being a superhero was starting to catch up? I needed to get home and take a nap. A good night's sleep would do the trick. No, wait. Raven? Cyanea? Huh? What the? Uh-oh. You got greedy. You! There are consequences for overfeeding your cat. They grow up so fast. Are you a ghost? I thought you were dead. Well, my queen, you're late for the ball, and it's going to be your last dance. Episode 19, Falling to Pieces. This is where I woke up in Hexaville. Dusty! Wait, weren't you split up into a bunch of parts? Dusty, is that you? Dusty, what's going on with you? Dusty, what are you doing? Alright, so we need to make our way through this area and collecting various fragments of Dusty. As he continually shifts gravity as we collect him as well. Alright, so we're back on solid ground, so let's make our way up these very familiar stairs. It's like I'm dreaming. Am I still asleep? I think some of my power is coming back. I'd better find the rest of Dusty. Where is everyone, anyway? So as we make our way up here, there's Raven. Raven, how can you be here? Are you an illusion? Alright, so there's a Dusty on the ceiling. So we're at 7 out of 20. So let's make it through this pipe. And on the other side is Zaza. Zaza, I know you'll find your way back. Alright, there's one on the side of this wall. And one up these steps, along with Cyanea. Cyanea, I hope you're using your power as a creator to keep the children safe. It's still weak, but I think my power is coming back. Maybe it'll keep growing if I keep reassembling Dusty. Even if you find the rest of your cat, it won't matter. Alias! You'll never escape from here. My panther will see to that. Just wait till I get Dusty back together. We'll find a way out of here. Good, good. That's the spirit. I'll be waiting for you to give up. Then it's gonna be a long wait. I'll never let you win. Alias must be controlling that panther that created the Nevi. Alright, so if we approach the panther, I can't get close to it. It looks like I have to deal with the small fry first. So we have enough power to fight back, and unlike even in the Mirage Rift plane, we actually don't need to worry about our gauge draining particularly quickly. So even though we're technically only at half strength, that's more than enough to easily power through these Nevi. Where'd it go? That panther was hiding part of Dusty. So this area is a little bit intimidating. A lot of Nevi to deal with, but luckily we have a lot of upgrades and shouldn't have too much trouble getting through these encounters. And there are health pickups around the area and drop from enemies, so that's good. More Nevi have appeared. I'm going to hold on to my special gauge for a bit. It might not be entirely necessary because I don't remember anything in this chapter being too difficult, but it might be good to hold on to this charge just in case. These Nevi aren't even particularly strong other than being armored, but once we get past the shells, they're fairly standard. And there's friendly fire with the Nevi, so that's also good to keep in mind. Alright, that takes care of this Nevi. So there's one more left in this set. And another part of Dusty. And also, one up here. Some more Nevi have appeared on this side of the area, so let's fly on over and keep fighting. Honestly, this is kind of a clever chapter, having it start out with limited powers, and trying to gradually reconstruct Dusty out of various parts of him scattered around. It's very clever. Even though it doesn't really affect gameplay, sadly. I wish it did, like, if it was kind of a mirage situation where the gravity gauge depleted more quickly until you actually started collecting more and more pieces. It definitely feels like it's sort of more like a on-off toggle rather than a gradual increase in power, which is kind of a shame. But conceptually, I think it's a neat idea. Alright, one more left. Pick up that health while we're here, and we're good to go. So a bunch of pieces of Dusty have appeared now. One here, one over here, and one above us. So let's fly on up and pick up this one. Alright, so we're at 16 out of 20, so we're almost done here. So, more Nevi. These we haven't actually seen in a while. These shelled Nevi that have like 3 cores. It feels like we haven't fought any since like episode 12 or something, which actually feels like a long time ago. Overall, the pacing of this game is relatively fast, I feel. Like, being a handheld game, it does feel like the chapters themselves are fairly short, so the overall pacing is fairly snappy. More Nevi have appeared. Luckily nothing that we can't handle. I don't even want to use my special on these because these are so relatively harmless as long as we're relatively careful to avoid taking too much damage. Alright, one more hit should do it. And we have a boss. So this is the Nevi that we actually saw in the Rift Plane time attack recently, but also is the boss of that Rift Plane. This is actually a rare case of fighting a boss again in the story. This doesn't really happen that much on a technicality, technically, because there was one Nevi that guards the second Rift Plane, but we actually don't fight it. Well, that was convenient. Raven fights that one, so technically, even though that does show up occasionally as a regular enemy, this is technically the only Rift Plane boss that we actually do fight more than once, since we don't actually fight that one. So let's not use a Gravity Typhoon, I guess. Let's use Gravity Kicks. Like so. And so far so good. And by defeating that Nevi, we have the remaining pieces of Dusty. So there's one up here, so let's find this one on the wall. And the remaining 2 are down here. So let's pick up this one, and then drop down. That's the last piece of Dusty. I think my power is back too. Huh? Dusty, something feels different about you. Well, whatever it is, we better work together to take out that panther and get out of here. That is a lot of Nevi over there, so let's stay far away. I don't have time to wander around. So there is a limit to how far away you can actually fly, I guess. I was trying to fly out of range of their attacks, but then I realized, oh, I don't have a special charged up, so oops. This might be a little dicey as a result. Yeah, overall this game does tend to reuse enemies a lot, which is kind of a shame that there aren't more unique types of Nevi. Like, they're generally just tougher versions of Nevi you fought before, basically, is how it works. But overall, there's still a decent amount of variety to the enemies. Alright, so that takes care of the really strong Nevi, so we're only left with these flying ones. I've taken care of the really strong Nevi, as I'm actually taking more damage from these ones. Alright, that one's down, so one more to go, I think. And that one was partially clipped into the building, which wasn't great. Alright, now's my chance. What just happened? That was amazing! I just couldn't let sleeping cats lie. Ah! You've performed beyond my wildest expectations. But don't think this is the end. Soon, all will be revealed. You? No way. There's no way he could have been Alias, right? That's just ridiculous. Yeah. Alias was back from the dead to haunt me, and Dusty had fallen to pieces. I still don't know if what happened was real or not, but Cyanea's return was no dream. Oh? Hey, Cat, where am I? Cyanea couldn't tell me what happened to Raven or the Ark. I would have had to wait for her to fall asleep so the other her could awaken if I wanted answers. What? How? Cyanea's return meant Raven and the children on the Ark were alive. Just knowing there was a chance I might be able to see them again filled me with resolve. The city seems to be buzzing today. Freedom Square is downtown. I'd better get over there. But first, let's talk to Cyanea. Cyanea, how can you always be so calm? I can't stop thinking something bad's about to happen. I wish something good would happen for a change. You're funny. Just think that all bad things are good, and nothing but good things will happen. What? That doesn't make any sense. You just have to go back into your mind and change the memories to make them better. Just try to imagine how you would do things differently, and make it so that's what happened. Then all the bad things change to good things. But you can't change the past. You only get one shot at it. Everything you remember about the past is all in your head, right? Then that's all that matters. If you think something happened, then it did. But there's proof that things happened the way they did. The other people who were with me at the time, things left behind. Well, if you discover a contradiction, you just have to go back to when you discovered it and uncontradict it. That's nonsense, but then maybe if I thought the nonsense away, it would start to make sense. I only exist in the present, so if I imagine myself happy up until now, then I've always been happy, right? I think my head is starting to hurt. Cat, just try it. Look into my eyes and discover your memories again for the first time. Wow, I'm having total deja vu here. I feel like I remembered something like this back when I first met you, too. Talk to Cyanea to revisit Botum, the city at the edge of the world, to collect precious gems or compete in challenge missions. So basically, Cyanea can take us back to Boltom in case you still have unfinished business there, mainly the challenges and finding the mysterious couple, and also just collecting all the gems around the area. We've basically done everything there is to see there though, so while it's good to have the option, and it's good that you're not locked out of going back to Boltom, we don't really need to go back there at the moment. But before we go and start the next story mission, I think I want to, try out at least one more challenge first. We've actually taken care of all of the challenges in Aldnor, so let's go to Pleasure. Alright, so this is one of the DLC challenges. We're not going to worry about that because I have a feeling this one will take a while. Instead, I want to go over, here. Arquebus Academy's fountain has long served as a place to relax for students in between classes, but the water stopped flowing when the fuel ran out. Get the fountain flowing again to bring relief to the students' stress. Alright, so that's actually fairly close by, and honestly, there are plenty of gems around the school to power this fountain, so even if you're short on gems, there are plenty to find. It's working! New challenge mission unlocked. The Pleasure Sliding Race. Complete the race using only your gravity slide. Slide your way through town to reach the goal. The goal time is 50 seconds. Alright, let's give this a shot. We have 13 checkpoints to go through. So let's quickly make our way through these alleys, picking up gems along the way and making sure to hit all of the checkpoints. Overall, I don't remember this one being too bad. I feel like some of the terrain can make sliding a little bit difficult, mainly all these slopes, but beyond that, this isn't terribly difficult. Alright, so we're actually almost done. Checkpoint 10 of 13, 11's right up here, and we have more than enough time to make it through here. And we got 900 gems for our efforts. And with a few more gems in hand, let's actually make our way over to Freedom Square. So the fastest way to get there from here is to warp. So let's go over here. Might as well pick up this gem while we're here. And make our way back to Venda Center. So it's worth pointing out that once we start this next mission, we're kind of locked in for a bit. So if there's anything you want to take care of, mainly challenges and other side activities, I would recommend doing those now to make sure you're ready for what's to come. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Gravity Rush Remastered.